Hey guys, today I'll be sharing about my positive HSG experience. If you don't know what an HSG stands for, it's a hysterossalpingogram, and it's just a test to see if your fallopian tubes are blocked or scarred. It's a common test that doctors do when you are trying to see if you're going to be able to conceive, which is what I've been trying to do. And there's lots of horror stories out there, lots of people just saying that they were screaming bloody murder, that they passed out on the table, that they were bawling. And I'm definitely not going to discount their pain because it could have very well been that way. They could have just been completely blocked and they had tons and tons of pain. But nobody really talks about the positive HSG experiences, only the bad ones. So I'm going to talk about my positive story today. When I went in for my appointment, I was very, very nervous. I got there, I paid, they gave me my receipt, they told me to sit down. They did tell me that I couldn't use the restroom and that I was gonna be able to use it right beforehand. And I thought that was gonna be because they were gonna take a pregnancy test beforehand, which I've seen that some offices do, but they didn't. And I was told to just sit down, and I guess they just wanted me to empty my bladder right before the procedure so that I wouldn't have a full bladder during the procedure. So then I went to the back, we walked all the way to the back, and the nurse or the x-ray tech was really, really nice. She explained everything and she told me everything that I was gonna expect. And then she told me to get undressed from my hips down and she was gonna go ahead and get started. So of course I was still super nervous, went to the bathroom, emptied my bladder, changed into the little hospital robe and the grippy socks that they give you. Got on her table and she had music playing for me and I was like, thank you so much for the music because it's making me feel so much better. And she was like, yeah, I could tell that you were a little nervous. And I was like, yeah, it's just because of all the horror stories that you hear online. She's like, yeah, all those horror stories are just, they're not true and it just really depends where you go and everything like that. And she kind of explained each step as she was doing it. For me, I experienced a little bit of period-like cramps for like 30 seconds to a minute maybe, and then I didn't experience any more pain. From what it looked like on the x-ray machine, it looked to me and my husband, because he actually got to go in there with me, which is pretty cool. It looked to us like my tubes were open, but she said she couldn't tell me and that the doctor was going to tell me. So that is my experience. She was super, super nice and I was worried for nothing. So don't believe everything you hear online.